we are live.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yep. Okay.
Hi, everybody. Good to see you all. I'd like to officially call the Village of Mount Sterling Council meeting for March 9th, 2026 to order, please.
Okay,
May I have a roll call?
David?
Here.
Nathan?
Here.
Becky? Here. Melanie?
Here.
Heather?
Here.
And Joyce?
Here.
Also
All right.
present.
Right.
Lord, thank you for the day you provide us for us today. The beautiful sunshine, Lord, was so wonderful to see. And Lord, be with our village tonight, be with our council and mayor, our protection, Lord, and with our country tonight, with your healing hand, Lord. And be with the shut-ins, the ones that are ill, Lord. Heal them, Lord, in your great, wonderful ways. In Jesus' wonderful name, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, may I please have a motion to approve the minutes from the council meeting held on February 23rd, 2026, please?
Have that much, sir.
Thank you. Is there a second? David? Thank you, Nathan.
That was David. Nathan second.
Mm-hmm.
And roll call. David?
Yes.
Nathan?
Yes.
Becky? Yes. Melanie?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
And Joyce?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm going to keep my mayor's report very brief tonight because we do have public speakers this evening, but has anyone noticed a change in the skyline? Anything suddenly arrived that came out of the blue suddenly on West Columbus Street and State
Watched
Route
'em.
62? Yeah, how about that? That's a culmination of 4 years in the making. That's 4 years in process, and the last, 15 feet of it seemed to go, the last 15 minutes, I should say, maybe that's a better term, it seemed to go so quickly. But everybody's asking me, what color is it going to be? Is it going to be steampunk like it is right now, or are we going to, what are we going to do with it? And it's going to be painted a lovely shade of government beige. So be very excited to see that happening. That's going to start happening in April. We do need to have good weather for painting, obviously. So you're going to still continue to see progress on the tower. As far as we're concerned, this is a huge milestone to get the main tank up on top. The legs had been there for about 3 weeks or so, maybe going on a month. And now having the tank in place really sort of sets, so you can sort of see what the project looks like. And it's going to be this weird time when you're driving down and you see 3 water towers all at the same time. And that window is going to be very short. We will not have 3 water towers forever and ever and ever. The old one will be eventually decommissioned and will be taken down as part of this project. So the rest of the buildings over there are still up in the air as to what to do. They will not be automatically demolished, but the old tower will be taken down. So the new tower will be painted and will match basically the color of the building behind it and roughly the color of the tower in the industrial park. So this council last go-around did approve what the lettering would look like. So the lettering is going to look a little different than Mount Sterling used to in the old tower. I don't know if you remember, it used to be block letters in black. This is going to be a little different in terms of the letters, but I think it's going to be a very welcoming sight on that end of town. People are really going to like how the project turned out. So it will be maroon. Yeah, that's right. The lettering will be maroon, and it'll match the building. So the building trim on the water plant is basically tan and maroon. So it'll all blend together pretty well. And that's what was originally kind of supposed to be there when they planned out the original plant in 2015. And so this is the culmination. Here we are, 11 years later. Here's the culmination of all that effort in this project piece itself, 4 years and some change in the making. So good to see that. That's nice to have underway. With that, I'm going to hand it off to our Council Pro Tem, Joyce Phillips, for her comments.
Thank you. I don't have an official report this evening. It is nice to look out and see new faces and old faces, so welcome everyone. We have a lot to accomplish tonight, so I will just yield back.
Okay, thank you. So that does take us to public comment session, so our section of the agenda. So the first person we have up is Mr. Steve Craig. Would he please come down and use a microphone? Pick either one, whichever one you'd like, sir.
Last time I was here, I think because it's on Facebook or YouTube,
Yeah.
it's all the back of my head.
Right, yeah, so you may want to look that way.
Camera is there?
Camera is right up there, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you can please state your first and last name for the record as well as where you reside.
My name is Stephen Craig, and I do not live at I do not live in Mount Sterling, but I do have Mount Sterling address. I was raised on the farm where I now live. My parents brought me to the Methodist Church here in Mount Sterling for as long as I can remember, so I have a lot of ties with Mount Sterling. I truly care about Mount Sterling. I am back here once again searching for those wanting to support this great community. First, Meals on Wheels is a great way to give back to the community and pay it forward by delivering meals. It takes about 1 to 1.5 hours, starting around 11:30 Monday through Friday. We do not do weekends. Delivering meals is accomplished by doing it one day each week, or even as little as just substituting when other drivers are unable to deliver. Emergencies can happen, and some just need a day off now and then. Excuse me. Please reach out to me and I will do all I can to make it work for you and your schedule. You're welcome to come right along with me just to see if it might be your cup of tea. Please give it a try. You might just like doing it as much as I do. I've been doing it now for 5 or 6 years. So my second request is also to support and protect the great people of Mount Sterling. I know that there are many Haitian and Latino people calling Mount Sterling home. They are here also working in this community, calling it their home. Protecting them also means that you are also protecting these local businesses that depend on them for their hard work and dedication. The Mount Sterling community depends on individuals and businesses to be successful and support the community with taxes, excuse me, and money they spend locally. I feel that it is up to the village to support and protect these great people. They need to feel safe living here. Supporting and protecting each other is a very religious and kind thing to do. As the Bible says, we need to love and care for one another. I have asked about any sort of plan the village has, and it sounds like there is none currently. I know that places like Springfield have plans in place. They have prepared businesses and residents for the time when ICE comes knocking on doors. As Benjamin Franklin is quoted, by failing to repair, you are preparing to fail. To prepare, I request that the village takes time to review the community readiness and public safety proposals. I have a sheet of facts that can help you get the plan of action discussed and implemented. I also have some examples of kits that have been handed out to support targeted individuals in London and Springfield. That's what these are there. This happens to be for Haitian Creole speaking people. And then these are to hang on their doors. Please reach out to me if I can be of any further help to get this important process underway. Thanks so much for your time and attention to both important community projects. Last night I was going through AI, and AI recommended that I only speak for 3 minutes, so I tried to condense this down to 3 minutes. I know I covered a lot, and that there's a lot more that I can address if people want to have any questions or comments.
Well, I certainly have a question for you, which is, and I asked you this last year, how can people volunteer specifically for Meals on Wheels? And do they get a hold of you directly, or should they call Columbus, or what's the general way that they can get engaged? Aha, okay. Would you like?
I was glad to see when I walked in, the flyers on the bulletin board,
Uh-huh.
and I've got them hanging in the bank, and there's several
Okay.
different businesses that have them. Life Care Alliance, Meals on Wheels, they can call me at the 740-506-1002 number. And like I said, riding around with me is the easiest way. I took my pastor around a long time ago. It wasn't his cup of tea, so we just let that drop.
I seem to recall you were doing double duty for a little while.
This week I've done
multi-routes.
Last year I did 145 routes in London and Mount Sterling. I've done 25 routes and part of the reason why I came tonight was Molly Bear. Most of you know that they're going out of existence. I don't know whether it's going to be sold or I haven't heard anything, but they were doing every Wednesday. So currently I was supposed to only be doing every Thursday, but now I'm going to be doing Wednesday and Thursday until I find a volunteer that's willing to.
So in other words, you could really use some help.
And even the people that have been doing it, I know Christina Bennett does it on Tuesdays, and she's been doing it for a real long time, and she likes to get at least 1 day a month off. It is nice to have time off. And there are some people that only do it every other week. We have some churches, there's a Nazarene church does it on Monday. So they have a group of people, so they only have to do it maybe once or twice a month. So we can just work around whatever your schedule might be, trying to make it as easy for you guys so that you can support it. But if you go to lifecarealliance.org, that's the website where you fill out the questionnaire. They need a copy, they do a background check, they do driver's license and your proof of insurance.
Hey, Steve, I got a question about ICE. Have you heard of any incidents in our Madison County area where ICE has been involved?
I heard quite a while back they took a person from Mount Sterling, but I know Springfield, a week or so ago, was on Facebook where a gentleman had been there for 20 years, and he went to report for court because they have to go every so often, and he left his 6 kids and his wife at home, so now someone has to support those people. But we've got a Haitian couple that come to our church, and I know that they need the support from us to feel safe. I know that there was some days where it was in the wind that ICE was going to be in this area, so they didn't go to work. And I think it's the same way in London. I used to work at Yotech in South Charleston, and there were a lot of Haitian people from Springfield that worked there, but they've all left or been too afraid to go back to work. So
That's a sad case when that goes on, when they're wanting to keep their families. I see this on the news. I gotta say one thing for Steve, he's a dedicated Christian. I've worked with him on church things, and he really works hard for God, and I appreciate knowing it.
and I'm willing to work with groups, people that want to learn more about it, or businesses like our church. We just posted on the door, you know, that ICE aren't allowed in, and then there's certain areas where they're not allowed in. There's information that I can support people, whoever, if there's a need, I'm willing to work with you.
So
Anybody have any questions or anything
yeah,
else?
questions for Steve? All right,
Thank
thank
you
you
so
for
much
coming
for your
in.
time.
Have a great evening. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, our next speaker this evening is Tamara Hall. Please come on down, pick a microphone, and of course, state your name and address.
Hello, Tamara Hall. I'm at 12135 Woods Opossum Run Road, Orient, Ohio. And I'm here on 2 accounts. The first one, I'm representing the Mount Sterling Community Center, and we are gearing up for our wonderful Spring Bazaar that is this Saturday from 10 to 2, and that brings in about 70 vendors, and not to mention, we usually have about 500 visitors that come through the center during that event, which then those visitors, we encourage them to come downtown and shop. So that is going on. Also, this month, we're having our Easter egg hunt on March 28th, and our doors open at 9:30 with the egg hunt starting at 10:45. We will have the Easter Bunny there. We'll have free face painting, goodie bags, and refreshments. And so for the community center, I was wondering if we can get approval for us to be able to add the Easter egg hunt to the village signage. I don't know if you need to pass an approval for that. But
We would, yeah. Is there a motion from the floor? Thank you. Is there a second? Thank you, Nathan.
Okay. And
Motion
these
made
are,
and
these
seconded?
are free events to the community, so we encourage you to come
Oh.
down, bring the kids.
Oh, we got to pause for just a second.
yeah.
We'll do a quick vote here. Get your business ticked off here.
The Easter Bunny.
No, we can't.
Okay. Courtney, could you please do a vote?
Yeah, so that was Becky first and then Nathan was second.
Correct. Thank you.
Roll call, David,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Becky, yes, Melanie,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
and Joyce.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to the next part of my agenda, and that is, all of you should have gotten a copy of the 26 events for the Mount Sterling Community Association, which we're basically the old Chamber of Commerce. We're just redeveloped into a 501c3 nonprofit. The first thing I want to talk about is our chocolate walk, which is something brand new that we're bringing to downtown. This has made a popular comeback in a lot of our surrounding communities, so we thought we would give it a go. It is a ticketed event, and that's going to happen between 11 and 3. And we are selling 99 tickets, and you can get that through our website, which is msoca.org. we're looking to have about 15 stops downtown, and this will be a variety of businesses, not just our normal retail businesses. So we'll have additional businesses involved in this. And I would like to ask council to add this event to your signage
Okay.
when the time comes, you know.
Someone want to make a motion for that?
Do you want? We didn't get the date.
Yeah,
At least I
it's
didn't.
April 18th?
April
Is it
18th,
April
yes.
18th?
I'll make the motion.
Get all the events, like, for the signs approved at one time, or?
Oh, I guess that would help. The only one that doesn't need to be on the sign would be the very last one.
I'll make a motion to.
Yeah, because the only issue is that I'm finding is that when you put a lot of events on there, a lot of people don't have the time to read it because there's so many that it's filtering through, so.
These are all different months,
Yeah.
so there's only one.
Well, it all goes, it doesn't matter, it goes all the way through the month.
It's anyone who uses a sign.
Yeah,
So if there are more than one group, which there has been recently, everyone gets 10 seconds a spot, and then it moves
Yeah.
on, and 10 seconds, and another 10
I just
seconds.
wanted to be clear that that's how it runs.
That's why I figured I would just do a chocolate walk for now, because it's a brand new event.
Okay, so this was on April, so are, Becky, are you motioning to have all these added?
Well, right, I mean, is the way you're wanting all of these projected, I mean, you don't want all of them listed now, obviously.
No.
We don't want Christmas in the Village popping up.
Right.
You would just want them, like, a couple of
In the
weeks
month?
before the event.
Okay, that's what, yeah.
30 days
That's-
prior.
Right, okay,
That's what you were thinking,
Yeah.
she wanted to pile them all, no.
okay.
Just like the first of the
No.
month for most of these.
Yeah, timing appropriate, yeah.
So like, is that 2 weeks before the event? Is that what you guys are thinking?
Yeah, I would at least maybe 3 weeks, give people plenty of notice.
Okay, so I'll make a motion for all of your events to be advertised on our board 3 weeks before
The event.
their event.
Mhm.
Second.
That was Becky and then Heather? Okay. All right, roll call, David,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes?
Melanie,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
and Joyce.
Yes.
I saw April 18th, you know, it's the day before that national holiday.
That's my son's birthday.
The other request is that we were hoping to use Town Hall as a check-in station for all of our ticket holders. And so I don't know if we need permission to utilize either the lawn or the chambers for that event. We're hoping to be outside if it's not raining, maybe inside if it's raining.
Do they need
So I would
Yes.
just comment that the tree committee, the same day as this chocolate walk, will be on the lawn. So, I mean, you could have the doors propped open, and I think an idea would be, since you're handing them out wristbands and handing out paperwork and stuff, things tend to blow away out there, just to use this room to distribute that kind of stuff.
And so I just need to know if we need,
All right, I'll make the motion to allow that.
I'll second it.
I do have a question.
sure.
So on the advertisement, I did see that there was gonna be alcohol involved or something. Is that right?
Well, our VIP ticket holders, and there's only 24, as part of their swag bag, they are gonna get a drink ticket that they have to take to Hammer Time and redeem it there, and then they have to drink it there.
So it's all, okay.
So it's on her property. And then there's also a mocktail option too, for people that don't drink.
Basically, it's gonna be a beer garden or it'll be separated from everybody.
Well, it's not even a beer garden, you just
No.
walk in her establishment.
Okay.
Just with the ticket.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that's
just,
all.
it just enhances their experience.
And then on that VIP side, I also seen something about a tour of the town hall or something.
A tour? Mm-mm. No, just utilizing them coming in to check in,
Okay,
you know, for the event.
okay.
Because we figure this is like the centralized area
So just
for
staying in the
downtown.
public space in the chambers area.
Yes. Mhm.
Thank you, motion, you seconded?
Okay, so that was Melanie, then Becky. Roll call, David,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Melanie,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
and Joyce.
Yes. Okay, and another ask I have is the street closures. So, the first one, this is something different. On Friday, July 3rd, well, let me take a step back. So, we're gonna be doing what we call First Fridays, starting in May, running through September. I'm not gonna go through all of these here, but they're on our website. But they're all going to be different themed events. And so for Friday, July 3rd, you know, it is America 250. And so we're thinking of enhancing that Food Truck Friday event to do contests and family fun events and having, you know, food trucks and music and all that fun stuff. And we didn't know if we could close down the street right here in front of Town Hall, because we'll be utilizing, you know, the gazebo area and probably Town Hall lawn to do some cornhole and some fun things like that. And then we're gonna do like a bicycle contest, decorating contest, and all this feeds into the parade the next day. And so I wasn't quite sure if we could do a street closure right here at the intersection where Wraps is, all the way down here to where Ben and Joy's is. If this little block here could be
Main and London, and then, London and.
Just basically between the two lights.
between the two lights right here. Yeah.
So that would be Main and London and Columbus and London.
And what time would you want the streets?
Well, the event is only 5 to 8 in the evening. So we would probably have to have it closed, you know, maybe like 2 in the afternoon, or enough for our food trucks to be able to get into place.
So what would that time frame be?
I think it's a good idea. 'cause
Two-
You gotta give us something specific.
That's what the veterans would want, that's what they fought for, so you could have a good independence thing right there.
Independence party,
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Well, and that's why we thought that would be the epicenter. And so it'd be maybe like 2 to 8, because we conclude at 8 o'clock.
I have a question, please. I don't have a problem with the street closures. What I have a problem with is will you be opening it back up at 8 o'clock? Okay.
The streets, yes.
Okay, can you get your volunteers to open the streets back up so we don't have to pay our guys 4 hours to come down and
I
do
mean,
that?
We can move barricades,
Okay.
that's no problem.
Yeah, if you
Especially
guys,
it's just right here.
yeah, I mean, our guys will be here during the day, so they can set them
Yeah, that part
out, so
will
you'll
not be a
know where they
problem.
are. If you guys can get the volunteers, because I even know the last time we did it for, I believe it was the last time we had a prayer group for Veterans Day. Mick and I did it with the Legion, so, yeah, if you can do that, that would be great.
Yeah, if you can have them set out so that
Yeah.
we can pull them
Yeah,
over.
that's
Oh,
perfect.
We can set them up, just to be clear, we'll set them up,
Yeah.
because that'll,
Just take
at
them
2
down.
o'clock, that's way early enough
Oh,
for
yeah.
us to do that. So no, that's not a problem, it's just opening the streets back up.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can move those out.
perfect.
and put
Do
them
we
in-
need a motion for that?
Yeah.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, I heard 2 voices. Okay, so that was Heather first, and then
Joyce.
Okay.
So, just to be clear, that's from 2 to 8 on the 3rd?
The
closure.
For the street
closure.
closures.
The event's actually 5 to 8,
Okay.
Okay.
but it gives time to get everything closed and get vendors in.
Do you want to do a roll call?
Yes, please.
David,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Melanie,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
and Joyce.
Yes.
And then this takes us into July 4th for the parade. And again, that kicks off at 10 a.m. and it is going to be a rolling street closure. And that's usually guided by the sheriff's department. So I don't know if the streets committee is going to work with the sheriff's department on that closure.
We would do that,
Decide the
we'll
route.
handle that for you, don't worry about it.
Yeah, and decide the route. Because we always go off of their guidance, so, okay. I don't know if you're gonna take a motion for each of these, because I have a couple more.
Might
I'll
as
just
well.
give you my whole
Yeah, I
list.
like them individual,
Well,
if
the
you don't
July
mind.
3rd was not on here, so are you okay with me putting that on the board? So you only have July 4th on here? So the July 3rd's not listed on here?
And it doesn't have to be.
She has another paper for you of just,
Oh.
all it is a food truck Fridays,
Okay.
all summer.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're gonna get to that, okay.
And I was gonna come and present those on a later date, because I'm running out of time.
Yeah.
I just want to go over the street closures. Do you want to vote on the July 4th rolling first, before I move on?
You won't need to, because nothing will be closed down.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, so the next one would be September 26th, which is this Saturday, and it's the Fall Street Market and Car Show. And I know last year we had about 120 cars for that show. It was very big. And then we had about 25 vendors for that show. And that is from 10 to 2. Actually, I'm sorry, 10 to 3. And we'll probably need an all-day closure from like 8 to 5, so that we can get the cars in place and then have them get ample time to get out from being parked.
And the same I would have the same question as far as with it being, because that's a Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the workers leave the barricades out, you guys can set it up?
Oh, yeah, we'll have plenty of volunteers.
Okay.
We have enough car guys here that can help
Okay.
us.
They'll put them where they need to be, and all you guys have to do is put them in the
Yeah, as
road.
long as you give us instructions where we
Yeah.
stick them when we're done. that's what we
Perfect.
need. Yep. And then the final one is, of course, Christmas in the Village.
Let's go ahead and,
Oh.
we need a motion for this one.
Okay.
Thank you, Nathan.
Second?
Is it
Joyce?
understood where those closures are?
Yeah, so typically it's down by the dairy free, so it would be Houston and London.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll be all the way up to, we had it at Main Street first, but
Yep.
you may want to, in case you have food trucks here, up to Columbus and London.
It's always 90 degrees when we march.
And then a block this way.
Yeah.
And a block this way, yep.
It's always 90 degrees.
As long as it's not raining, I'll
So
take
this is
it.
the one that we would have to notify ODOT like we always
Mhm.
do, the
Yeah.
street closure.
Yeah.
The other one, not so much, because 62 and 56
Yeah.
is open.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nathan placed the motion, Joyce seconded the motion. Roll call, David?
Yes.
Nathan?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Melanie?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
And Joyce?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to look back through my minutes to get these. on.
Yeah, how about that?
And then my final one, of course, is Saturday, December 5th, which is Christmas in the Village. And that event is held 5 to 8. And then, we'll ask that the streets are closed as they have been in the past, which is the same as the Fall Street Market. 'Cause then we have our parade from 7 to 8.
I'll make a motion for the closures for that, and that's the larger closing, so, as well. It's the end of the end.
It's just like the Fall Market. It's the
Yeah.
block.
And
here.
before anybody asks,
Yes,
yes,
the
I will be
main-
out there again this year moving the road sign.
So it'll be Main Street,
So our parade can
and
come
then
through.
it'll cut down all of London
Yes.
through here, yeah.
What's the timing on that closure?
Oh,
It says
that would
5 to
be
8, so
probably
The
it's
2
event's
to.
5 to 8, so probably like 2 to 8 again.
Yeah. And we can do the same thing. The guys can set them up, you guys can take them down.
Yep.
Perfect. I'll make that motion.
Becky made the motion.
Oh, sorry, Becky, I'll second that motion.
All right, roll call, David?
Yes.
Nathan?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Melanie?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
And Joyce?
Yes.
And Tamara, I don't know if now or later, but I know Christmas in the Village, you guys do usually use this chamber and it,
I was just getting to that.
okay, I just,
So for the Christmas in the Village, again, we like to use the chamber for like the giving tree, letters to Santa, and then we utilize the lawn, of course, for different festivities. Like typically it's the live nativity and it's the vendor tent. So do I need permission to use the chamber in the lawn for that activity?
Mhm.
I'd like to bring up about their giving tree. I know a lot of families that can't afford to buy gloves and hats. It's really good that they do this, because there's a lady that lives behind me, has 3 children. She said that gives her gloves, and they knew my coach for them this year, so God bless them.
So is there a motion to use facilities? Thank you, Nathan. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Heather.
Nathan, then Heather?
Mm-hmm,
Have
Okay.
discussion.
absolutely.
I only got one complaint last year out of the whole thing, and that was the tree was up until middle of the year, this year. The tree didn't get
You
taken
mean
down.
middle of January?
I don't know, but it was up.
Yeah.
Somebody was complaining about that.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know.
Well, other people leave them up
Yeah.
all year long, I'm just saying.
Well,
Are you talking about, the tree at the gazebo?
Yeah.
no, the tree in here
Oh,
was never taken
okay.
down. So Misty did it. Misty finally got it taken down.
Okay.
So I would just say make sure that when you lock the door and leave, that everything's put back together or not, or if it's not supposed to be there,
Okay.
take it
So we
down.
do need a vote then, I believe.
Yep, so Nathan was first, Heather was second. Roll call, David?
Yes.
Nathan?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Melanie?
Yes.
Heather?
yes.
And Joyce?
Yes.
Okay, motion passes.
Okay, thank you. And I'll be back later on for some other requests, so thanks.
Thank you, have a good evening. That takes us to department reports. Madison County Sheriff. Deputy, you are up. You want to use a
Talk into the
microphone?
mic.
Please talk into the microphone.
You guys still haven't got me my own.
No? Bob Barker style will eventually get there.
All right. Well, this is probably the biggest crowd I've ever had to talk in front of.
Don't be scared.
You've got this, girl.
All right. So, more of the same as per the usual. Nothing crazy yet. 27 traffic stops for the past 2 weeks. 2 domestic disputes because, love is in the air. The only, the one I wanted to touch upon, just from a, I guess, community standpoint, is there are 2 thefts that are listed. One of them, I honestly don't know anything about. One was something I personally took, and it was a phone scam regarding a gentleman that lives in Urbana but banks at North Valley. They saw suspicious stuff on his account, so nobody's running around the neighborhoods breaking into cars yet, or garages, or stealing lawnmowers, or any of that crazy stuff yet. So I just wanted to make sure. There's always one. So I just wanted to make sure that nobody was concerned that, there was anything like that going on. It was just phone scam, somebody that doesn't even live here, just happens to bank here. So, other than that, everybody has behaved pretty well for the past 2 weeks.
Kelly, on one thing I want to ask you about, is this time we had a sex offense on internet in the village? I can't remember seeing this on there before. Was it something bad with young folks?
That may have been a carryover from the last meeting.
It was a juvenile.
It was a juvenile who
Yes, that was, so, I believe this is gonna be a follow-up from the one that I explained before, where
Okay, so it was a follow.
essentially, yes, very close to adult age, high school kids sending pictures they shouldn't be to each other, and Snapchat apparently filters through that stuff nowadays, and then they report it to us. So we tend to deal with a lot of those that aren't always as, nefarious as they may seem.
Well, Kelly, you brought up about scams too. There's one going on right now. A couple of senior citizens told me about it. They're wanting to know Social Security numbers again. They're pulling the old one on older people that they won $5,000, but we need to know your checking account number. And so that's been going around
That's
again.
very kind of similar to what I was just talking about with, the bank caught onto it, but it was an elderly gentleman, and it's very similar, not
Yeah,
exactly,
exactly. That's
but,
what I thought, yeah.
so, we got it fixed, so.
What do you do in those cases, David? Slam the receiver.
Yeah, exactly. Just give them a foam in the ear.
there we go.
But that's all I have, if you guys have
Yeah,
no
questions, comments, concerns for deputy tonight?
All right, love it.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Okay, moving on. We do not have a law director's report tonight. That takes us to fiscal officer and clerk accountant Courtney Bricker.
I don't have any exciting things, like everybody else with events and, chases or anything like that. All I have is numbers and reports. And I do have it on my docket, Joyce, we talked about before. I did have the 10 o'clock finance meeting, so I was kind of freaking out there because I thought I wasn't prepared. The only thing that I think, and I think we're gonna talk a little bit about that tomorrow morning.
Are we still having it? Or are you already booked?
I have a 9 o'clock and then I will make sure I'm out at 10.
Are you sure? We can reschedule.
That's up to you guys.
I don't care.
I would prefer that if we could, just
Yeah.
because we have the audit.
It would
We
work.
can reschedule.
So my apologies on that.
Okay,
I think
you-
we double booked ourselves.
Go ahead with the report and I'll
Okay.
get a date here.
And I
make sure
apologize
that-
for that, that's, I
That's
can
us.
make
We
it
have
happen.
kind of a busy day tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, so, I don't have anything outstanding. There are no adjustments here. I also have the bank reconciliation for the month of February of 2026. Everything looks good, everything's accounted for, that came in and came out. I would like to talk to finance a lot in regards to, we're ending the first quarter of the year. You guys will have some purchase orders and things like that to sign, so we'll get to that, and I hope that Joyce will have an update on the next, council meeting anyways with our updates. The only thing that you're gonna probably see in your records here is some of those high-cost, things for the, water tower stuff, so you'll see some of those that are coming out. That's the only thing that would draw any attention, is those, payments, okay? Any questions from council? Again, if public has any questions, please feel free to contact me. You all know how to get a hold of me, my information's on the website too. With that said, I'd like to have a motion to approve the appropriation status report, the revenue status report, the receipt listing report, the payment listing report, the comparison of budget and appropriated report, the cash summary by fund report, the 2 reader reports that you have there in front of you, and the bank reconciliation for the month of February of 2026.
You have that motion.
Thank you, David. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you.
That was David, then Heather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll call. Nathan?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Melanie?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
And David?
Yes.
Okay, and if you guys could also please provide your signature on these 3 items, that'd be great. I think that I'm finished with my report.
All good?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. That takes us to committee reports. Again, for everyone's, general guideline, there's not going to be a lot to provide because the committees are just getting off the ground, but we're going to go through the process anyway. So that starts with finance with Joyce.
The only thing I need to do is schedule the meeting time. So my question is, Courtney's off on Mondays and Thursdays. Do you see a need for us to schedule it this week, or would next Tuesday be okay?
That can be up to you guys.
Becky?
I'm fine.
I'm good, I'm good with Tuesday
And my
too.
apologies to you guys on that.
It's okay. Do we want to go next Tuesday then, at 10 o'clock? We'll go April 21st.
You mean, March?
17th.
I'm in
Yeah.
April.
Yeah,
I
let's
don't know
see
why I'm
here.
in
So
April.
that's, you mean March
St.
the
Patrick's Day.
17th? Get your leprechauns out.
Right?
March the
day of
7th.
spring.
That would be March the 17th at, pick a time?
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Is that 10 a.m. yet again?
You're not taking me anywhere for my birthday, are you?
Becky, is that 10 a.m. again? Thank you.
It's that
You wanna
week.
change it? Oh,
No.
All right.
Just
And
checking.
my apologies on that, guys.
You're fine.
Expecting a Europe trip.
Heck yeah, Italy. 2 years.
Okay. Anything else on finance?
I have nothing else for finance. We're
Okay.
just going to have that meeting March 17th
Thank you
Okay.
at
guys,
10
I
o'clock.
apologize.
No, thank you, Courtney. Thanks, Becky.
Pleasant Township, Heather.
Yes, I attended my first meeting. They're usually on the first Monday. This one was rescheduled for Thursday because of an illness. So that was on 3/5 Thursday. And it was, I would say, business as usual. We talked about turning some commercial land back to agriculture land, out what used to be the old Rajas area. So there at the freeway. So what used to be a plan or a thought for a truck stop is no longer. And the next meeting is Monday, April 6th.
Great. All right, squad.
Those at
Oh,
5.
sorry. Monday, April
Yes.
6th at 5. Squad, Joyce.
Yes, we had a meeting, business as usual. Sandy McMurray is our new chief. I don't know if I've had an opportunity to announce that yet. She did replace Chief Taylor on squad. She's doing a remarkable job over there. Signed new contracts with Monroe Township. They're paying, it's $230,000, I think, because we service them as well. So that was negotiated last year, and I believe we're keeping it the same this year. The new truck, they're writing the specs on the new truck. I know we just got a new truck, but once you get a new truck, you have to get another one on order, because they take a bit of time to put together, as Nathan can vouch for. So that's the big heavy stuff. We did hire a couple of new people. So that's all I have. The next meeting for squad will be Wednesday at 8:00 p.m.
Great. Thank you. Fire, Nathan.
We had a meeting on February 24th. There's literally no discussion on anything other than just paying the bills, and that was it. Next meeting is March 26th at 8 p.m.
Okay. Water, wastewater, Becky.
Sorry, I'm writing down these notes real quick. We have not had our first meeting yet, but it will be Monday, March the 23rd at 10 o'clock.
Okay. Streets, Joyce.
Our first meeting was supposed to be tonight at 5 o'clock, but we had an adoption ceremony today. Nathan Pitzer and his wife Caitlin are now the proud parents of Master Alan Ray Pitzer. And so they now have, kid Caleb has a little brother. So we want to congratulate them. Congratulations. It was I'm sure, a beautiful ceremony, and congratulations on that. We're blessed to have you in our community, and we look forward to watching little Alan grow up as we have with Caleb.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, streets, I'm sorry.
Yeah, when will the, when do you anticipate rescheduling that?
We rescheduled streets for Wednesday, the 11th at 5 o'clock. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Parks and Rec, Joyce.
We had our meeting this evening at 6 o'clock. Get my notes. We had a huge agenda, and I don't have my 2 volunteers yet. I don't have them confirmed. I have them but I need to go back to them one more time and get a solid yes. Other than that, we had quorum, and we talked about the youth leagues that are getting ready to start. Madison Eagles are getting ready to start hopefully April 1st. They're working on the background checks now as we speak. They have 13 teams. Tri-County had a representative here. Adam couldn't make it. So they're not slated to start until summer. So we do have a couple of tournaments coming up. We already have them approved. We'll get the contract signed at our next meeting for both leagues, and we'll bring those to council next meeting and get those approved as well. We're going to be having some fundraisers. We are going to be tossing around some ideas for them. We did schedule our first movie night for May 22nd in conjunction with a little carnival that Caitlin Cole wants to put on for her daycare kids at Next Gen. So instead of loaning out the equipment, I said, let's just work together and just have our movie night that night. So that's the kind of things we want to see happen here in Mount Sterling, is teamwork and everyone collaborating together, which I think is absolutely the best thing for our village. Other than that, we're going to be working on how to handle movie nights going forward. We're going to be working on gearing up our volunteer base and Party in the Park and a whole bunch of stuff, and we're excited. I think we have a great committee this year, and that's all I have. The next meeting will be, that's in April, and it will be the first council meeting in April will be the second Tuesday of the month, and our meeting will be at 6 o'clock.
Second Monday.
Monday.
Whatever.
Second Monday.
I didn't have time to
Second-
prepare, and
second
I
and fourth.
apologize.
Second and fourth. No, that's okay.
All right, did you want to make a motion to allow council to premiere the May 22nd Paddington Bear movie?
I will make that motion.
Second?
Okay?
Okay, and that was Joyce and then Becky?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just for councils in the know, if you
Yes.
weren't a part of this, it's not in addition. The village is not paying for this one. This one was like a rain event that was carried over, and it has to be used before the end of June. So for licensing and cost, it's already been credited from last year. Okay?
Just have the three.
All right, so that was Joyce and then Becky. So roll call, David,
Yes.
Nathan, Becky,
Yes.
Melanie,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
and Joyce.
Yes.
Takes us to records retention. David?
We're still getting in preparations, getting things ready. Courtney's been helping us, you have too, Mayor, and as soon as we get everything put together, we'll try to get started on that paperwork and documentation, so.
Sounds like
I'll
a
get
plan.
that all done, then we'll go gun-ho. and get
That's
it.
right. We'll get the date on the website and everyone can attend if they would like.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, nuisance abatement. Heather?
We have not had our first meeting. Our first meeting is 2 Mondays from now, before the council meeting on March 23rd at 6 p.m. And I am looking for some village residents to serve on that committee. So if you want a super fun, exciting committee, come to nuisance.
That was convincing.
Go team. Go team. All right.
We don't get too many.
All right. That takes us
You want speed dial?
to planning. Melanie?
I have nothing.
Okay. That takes us to zoning. Nathan?
Nothing.
Okay. By the way, those are only scheduled when needed, both of those. So. And then finally, tree beautification. Becky?
Yes. So, we did already have a meeting, about 2 weeks ago, I believe. And we are having another meeting tomorrow. We set our calendar of events, and I'd like to go ahead and get those approved from council. Saturday, April 18th, we will be doing our tree giveaway. We'll be receiving 500 free tree saplings, and then we will be giving those away to anybody that stops by that day. It'll be on Town Hall lawn. And you'll see more information. We'll get a flyer out around to businesses and in Town Hall, and we'll put some stuff on Facebook. But it's the same day as the chocolate walk, so we expect to have a lot of people out and about that day. So that is Saturday, April 18th. And then we also have, my group doesn't even know this yet, just a couple of us know. We had to move our Arbor Day event for the third graders at Madison Plains that we have every year. We had to move that back a week to May 30th. And we do start out at the park. The mayor comes out and does
April
a little.
30th.
April, what am I doing? I'm doing, oh,
There's
sorry.
been a lot of dates thrown out here, I will
Yes,
say.
there's just so many dates. April
Yes.
the 30th. So next month, we will have our Arbor Day event. And we begin at the park, and the children get to put some mulch around a couple of newly planted trees. And we have an arborist come and talk to them about the importance of trees. And then we take it to the community center, and that's already been approved by the community center, and we're very grateful to have that partner. And we're also very grateful that Sunoco has partnered with us and donated all the pizza for the third graders. And they'll be watching the Lorax at the community center, and that's about the importance of trees. So it's just a really feel-good day, and every year, I believe this is our third, maybe fourth year, I don't know. So I just wanted to make sure I get that approved from council. I think those are the only 2 days I think was there another date, Courtney, I needed?
Bag to be determined.
Yeah.
Yep.
So those are the only 2 really soon ones, so I just want to get approval that everyone's on board with those 2 events. So,
Again, April the 18th, the tree giveaway, and April the 30th.
Are they gonna give away a couple of the bigger trees this year, like they did last year?
we have a tree meeting tomorrow as well. We'll determine that, we'll determine a lot of the details, but last year, we had one of the tree committee members that bought that out of his own pocket and donated like 3 larger trees, and we did a raffle and gave those away in addition to the saplings. So, we'll be talking about that tomorrow, so I can keep everybody posted.
Is that an event we should list on the
Yes,
board?
definitely.
That's what we'll do. Once we get the motion here to approve, I plan to put all of these on here. So this one will be on, both of these will be on here too.
Okay, I'll give you the motion.
I think
He has already
I'll
made it,
second
but you'll second it, okay?
Nathan said first, okay. That was Nathan, and then Melanie second?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll call, David,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Becky,
yes.
Melanie,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
and Joyce.
Yes.
And so again, our next meeting is tomorrow at 1 o'clock. If anyone is interested, the public in coming, I believe we may have a vacancy, but anyone can attend any of our committee meetings and listen and actually ask questions and things like that. So tomorrow at 1 o'clock, right here, if anyone would like to come.
Thank you. Okay, that takes us to ordinances and resolutions this evening, first one of which is ordinance 2026-01.
All right, this is ordinance 2026-01, an ordinance accepting the 2026 estimated tax rates and revenues for Mount Sterling, Ohio. This is on the third reading.
May I please have a motion to place it on the third reading?
Have that motion.
Okay, thank you, David. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, Courtney,
That was,
please.
Dathan.
David and Nathan.
That was David, then Nathan. All right, roll
Sounds like
call.
a singing group.
Becky,
Yes.
Melanie,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
and Nathan.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes.
So we need to make a motion for passage on that.
That's right. So we're going to go ahead and may I please have a motion from the floor for passage
You have that
of
motion?
ordinance 2026-01. Thank you, Joyce. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Nathan.
That was Joyce, then Nathan. Okay, roll call. David,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Melanie,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
and Joyce.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. All right, ordinance 2026-02.
And this is ordinance 2026-02, an ordinance amending the rules of council. This is on the second reading.
May I please have a motion to place it on the second
Have that
reading?
motion, sir.
Thank you, David. Is there a second?
Second?
Thank you. Joyce?
Okay, so that was David, then Joyce.
Yep.
Roll call. Melanie,
No.
Heather,
No.
Joyce,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Becky.
No.
It's a tie vote.
Yes. That takes us to resolution 2026 I said ordinance, got it. This one's a resolution. Resolution 2026-01, which is?
Yep, a resolution adopting the Madison County Multi-Jurisdictional Hazard Mitigation 5-year plan update, and this is on the second reading.
May I please have a motion to place this on the second reading?
Yeah, that motion.
Okay, I heard Nathan and Joyce.
I heard Nathan and seen Joyce.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
so that was Nathan, then Joyce?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll call. Heather?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Nathan?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
And Melanie?
Yes.
Passed on a second reading.
Okay, that takes us to roundtable.
On roundtable, I'd like to bring up, when I used to share the block watch, we're soon being in tornado season again, and you always got to watch the skies. We had that, and I got to thank the town workers. We had 3 inches of rain, and they boys was going everywhere. And Spring Street, I could have caught a catfish it, but I know it's going to be there. But they were working hard that whole stretch, and I just want to compliment them what they did. And always be prepared though, because we have a good siren now, and it only takes a moment for a tornado to touch down. And I've only seen 2 in my whole life, one in Indiana and one in Ohio. And so it just like it does so much damage. And always be prepared, keep your eyes open, have your emergency kit.
Other comments for roundtable?
Yes. I would like to just reiterate some events that are coming up in Mount Sterling. I know Tamara touched on them, but she had a lot, and so I just want to reiterate it again here at the end. There is a spring bazaar this Saturday at the community center from 10 to 2 with food and vendors galore, and then I believe the shops downtown will be open as well. And then the following Saturday, there's something big every Saturday in March. Last Saturday was bingo at the American Legion, which was a great time. And then the 21st, Dolly and Me Tea, and I believe that's a event with the library and the community center.
Friends of the
together.
library.
Yes, Friends of the Library and the community center. And that's from 2 to 4, and I know you can still get tickets for that. And then as Tamara also announced, the Easter egg hunt on the 28th at the community center, and that's always huge. And again, a word to the wise, if you're a parent and you're one that kind of runs late sometimes, once they blow that whistle, the eggs are gone in 1 minute. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
gone.
Dave Timmons is
Even if
really
there's
fast about
10,000.
getting those
It's like a
eggs.
human vacuum.
Yes, so, make sure you get there early, because now they have so many other things going on, before the egg hunt. It used to be, we just go up and blow the whistle and go, but now there's a lot going on. So, the next 3 Saturdays, a lot of fun things in Mount Sterling.
And what was the time on that, March the 28th? What time did the egg hunt, do you have events before that?
The doors
Egg,
open at 9:30 with like face painting and then pictures with the Easter Bunny. And then the hunt starts at 10:45. So that's when you better be in line.
It's going within seconds.
I was gonna say it lasts precisely till 10:47,
seconds.
till 10:47, but yeah.
And I have not heard of any other Easter egg hunts in Mount Sterling as of yet. So this is the only one that I've heard of, and if that's the case, you better get there double early, because it will be
G
huge.
Center does a great job.
Right.
Really great
Easter
job.
Bunny will work overtime, man.
Well, yeah, he will. He will.
Yeah.
Which means the grandparents will be very busy. But I want to say, the American Legion, as Becky alluded to, does bingo the first Saturday of every month. It's the American Legion on Clark Street, post 417. They do a pretty good job of it. It is all volunteer-based. The packets are $20 each. We will be doing it the first Saturday in April, the first Saturday in May, and then I believe we're done for 3 months. So if you want to get your bingo game on, come and see us the next 2 months at 7 o'clock. As Heather said, get there early because the seats go fast. I think we had almost 100 people. I think they counted 95 people. And sometimes when we have more than 70, we double up on what we pay out on at least 2 games.
Wow.
So instead of getting $100, you'll get 2. So make it worth your while. Come and see us. And that's all I have.
Other comments for roundtable tonight? All right, going once, going twice. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Yeah, 7:55.
I feel like the heat is on.
shawl off.
It's all the hot air blowing out.
Right? I know that's right.